Have you ever considered living in a tiny home? Or maybe you just need a guest house or an additional office space? Well, we found out a super easy way to make this happen. You can order them online and have the frame shipped directly to your house. So let's talk about this just a little bit. I'm Holly Haven.
And I'm Andy Haven.
And we are the Haven Home Team. We are excited to teach you guys all things real estate. And this is a new, fun little concept that has come up in the last several years. And we're seeing more and more of it, not just for living spaces, but also, like I said, mother-in-law suites, guest houses, pool houses, offices, she sheds, man caves, all the things.
Rental opportunities,
Depending on where you live. We'll talk about that just a little bit as well. Okay, guys, so let's talk about these tiny homes. First of all, you have a friend that lives in a tiny home.
I do. She loves it. She's in college in Tyler, Texas, and her grandparents actually have 2 tiny homes on the back of their property that they use as rental properties. This one was actually built just for her while she was in college. She's in nursing school, and it is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I think, don't quote me on this, I think it's like 600 square feet.
Yeah.
With everything included.
Really? That's a decent size. I'm not gonna lie. My first apartment was 600 square feet. So
I live in a big apartment.
Yeah, 900 square feet is crazy. So, 600 square feet is awesome.
Yeah, she has a bedroom, a bathroom, and a full kitchen. Well, kitchenette.
Yeah.
But yes, full kitchen.
Okay. So
crazy.
I started digging and saying, okay, so what are my options? We live on 2 acres. We've talked about maybe putting some kind of really cool pool house or like a bar out back or something like that. We don't need any more guest space, right? We don't need any more offices. We're all set there. So I started digging around and I found that I can order these on Home Depot. They will ship it directly to my property and we can build it or we can have somebody else build it.
Yeah, that's really cool. And what's actually funny is we live 2 streets over from a tiny home builder, a custom tiny home builder that has some of the coolest little tiny homes I've ever seen.
Yeah, and they're different. So you might be thinking of like, oh, it's pulled behind a trailer. You can literally take them wherever you want. And that is an option. But really, we're seeing more of the tiny houses that are permanent structures.
Yeah.
Like it's built on some kind of slab or maybe even kind of a pier and beam type structure. But I want to dive into a few of these that I thought were really cool, especially for the money. If you just need this additional guest space and your neighborhood or your city or your county allows it, if you live on land, obviously it's a better opportunity for you. But I wanted to put it out there because I thought it was kind of fun and interesting. And there's some tiny home communities in Texas that I'm going to share the link for you guys just because I found it really interesting. So let's start with the smallest one that I found on Home Depot is about 200 square feet. They call it the Seattle. Sorry, I had a little moment there. They call it the Seattle. And it is really cute. It's about 200 square feet. So here's, first of all, the thing to know is they're sending you a steel frame.
Yeah.
You're not getting all the finishes. You're not getting the tile and the toilet and the things, depending on what's available in each model. But you're getting the full steel structure. So for 200 square feet for the Seattle, it's considered a guest house. And it is $16,000 for the steel frame.
Yeah, which is crazy because if you had somebody come out and quote you for a steel frame of a 200 square foot little tiny house, it could be cheaper. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's going to take time.
Yeah.
And you're going to need an architect. And there's so much that goes into that. And it could end up being more expensive.
Yeah, absolutely. So this gives you some really good options of kind of a partially prefab steel frame, a really sturdy structure. This one being only 200 square feet has no kitchen because it is considered like a guest house. So they would come into your house to eat. They wouldn't live out there. But it does have a bedroom and a bathroom. And it looks like you could finish it out really any way you wanted. There were some ideas and options, obviously, on this link that show you kind of the finish out that could be really, really cute, a really modern look.
Yeah,
I like this one.
That's awesome.
Okay, the next one I like a lot. It's kind of that in-between size, 444 square feet. It's called the Rose Cottage. It is so cute.
It's so cute. It looks like a house that you would see in like Denver, Colorado, or up in the mountains. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, you'll see on this link, this one has it finished out with some cedar out, exterior, some really cool stone. These give you so much opportunity to really, have it match your property or really look like it fits in the woods or like a cabin. You really have a lot of options. So what you're looking for when you're looking for these units is you're looking for square footage and what you can actually fit inside the square footage. So this Rose Cottage is 2 bedrooms, 4,400 square feet, bathroom, kitchen areas. So you get to go as high end or as inexpensive as you want with your finish out, which makes these very, very affordable. And at 444 square feet, the structure is $31,887 and gives you lots of options for a really, really cute guest house or personal house. I guess you can mean
Honestly, there's so many things you could do with that. You can use this as a vacation home on a small piece of property that you bought in who knows where. You can do a tiny home community on a large piece of land out, I don't know, wine country, something cool that everybody would want to stay in. I just think there's a lot of opportunities with these houses when maybe you can't afford a $150,000 house, but there's a piece of land that's really cheap and you could add a $50,000 house onto the land. I think there's some good options here.
Yeah, for sure. And there's something, it's called an accessory dwelling unit, ADU. So what you need to do if you're considering something like this is you need to make sure that you don't have any restrictions in your city, your county, your state on what you can do with an accessory dwelling unit. So that's our little caveat and disclaimer. Okay, the last one on my list is 540 square feet. They call it the gateway pad. And I love this one for a pool house, guest house. Guys, it has a roof deck.
Yeah, this is so cool.
So cute. So if you live out in the country or, obviously have some space, you have the ability to do this. You put in your pool, you have this really cool guest house with your own little roof deck bar up top. This one is the highest price one on my list. It is about $44,000 for the frame, but your finish out options are really huge. You can do almost anything you want here. So it's really cool. If you have the ability to put a guest house in the backyard, you might have the ability to put one of these tiny homes and make it the guest house. It's just a little bit cheaper to have these prefab structures added to your property when you have the opportunity.
It's also a little more carefree in the sense that you can just have it delivered to your property. You don't need to go find a GC. You don't need to GC it yourself. You can pick all of this finish out and be the DIY queen you've always dreamed of being without having to design a whole entire building. It comes to you and it's ready and you just get to do all the fun stuff on the inside.
Yeah, it's a much faster process than that custom construction from ground up, even for a small unit like this. And there are a few places in Texas. I did a little research to find out, where are people living in tiny homes? So this was really fun. Okay, I'm not going to go through every community in Texas, but there was an article that I came across that I've linked down below. It is called 5 Cheerful Tiny Home Communities in Texas.
That is the cutest thing ever. I mean, I don't want to live there, but I want to visit. So bad.
I kind of thought I might want to live there. Some of them are really, really resort style. Guys, it is all the amenities. Some of them had pickleball courts and pools and resort style living, but in a less expensive opportunity.
So maybe this is where I should retire.
No, we're all going to retire into tiny homes. So some of these places, let's go through just a few of the locations. I'm going to tell you most of these are down around the Austin area. Part of that is because that is Texas Hill Country. And that's where we have some really pretty land. You have some really great views. So I've seen more and more of these rental opportunities pop up that are it's like a little A-frame, teepee tents and these tiny homes and a lot of this Airbnb kind of little resort communities popping up.
But I also think Austin is one of those places it's kind of like a temporary fad in a way. People are like, oh, I want to go to Austin. I want to go to Austin. It's just like Nashville. It's one of those places that everybody wants to visit. And at some point it may kind of find its time and may go away from that. But it is really cool. It's a really cool opportunity right now that they're able to have.
Yeah, and most of this is on the outskirts of Austin, but we have them really all across the state. So you can do a little research, find out what communities might be good for you if you want to live in a tiny home, or maybe you just want to check one out for a weekend. But there are some opportunities across the state to live in a tiny home community. Otherwise, you do need to do some digging, do your research, find out where your accessory dwelling unit could be placed and what your restrictions might be. But guys, we're here to help answer any questions. If you just want to buy the land and order your next tiny home off of Home Depot, HomeDepot.com can send us money.
Yeah, there we go.
We've done a few videos today and we just keep shouting out these big names. Just looking, show me the money, guys. But yeah, we can help you guys buy the land. We can help you do the research, help point you in the right direction. And really, we just thought this video was kind of fun. We think tiny homes are really cute. We'll drop that link below and subscribe, follow us for more fun real estate information.
Yeah, and if you want to try out a tiny home, let us know.
Oh, we're your girls.
Bye, guys.